Ireland, I mean, everybody has their own picture that comes in their head from the movies and everything like that. When I thought about it, I thought cold, rainy, what they'd normally depict, but it was absolutely beautiful. And we were so lucky that the 4 first days that we were there, I believe, it was sunny and it didn't rain on us. But then at the end of the trip, we got the Irish rain. We got that. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, the rolling hills, it was just gorgeous, the landscape. I had so many favorite things. I enjoyed I'm Sophia Jenkins. I am a senior in my undergrad, and I'm also pursuing my MBA with the Fast Track program. I was unsure about it. When I signed up for the MBA study abroad, I didn't know a single person in the MBA program besides one girl. I had no idea that she was going to sign up for it as well, and so I just kind of went for it. I had not traveled internationally before. I was very nervous. The only time I'd ever been on a plane for like more than 2 hours was to go to Hawaii, and that was the only background I had prior to like going on this flight, and I was very nervous about flying, but it ended up being fine. If they're like me and they've had the desire to ever travel and they've not been able to, my advice is just go for it. This is a great opportunity. The cost is low. When you go over there, you're not really that worried about money because you've already paid for some of your meals, you've already paid for the hotel, you've paid for your excursions. So coming from that perspective, you're gonna get your money's worth. It's gonna cost less than if you were to just plan a trip and go, and you get more out of it. Because you're gonna end up around people that are like you. We had such an amazing group of people, and I thought that was just top tier. I mean, everybody was just cutting up, having fun the entire time. We all got to experience everything together. So getting ready for Ireland, since it was for the MBA, we had 3 online meetings, Zoom calls. In that course, like, we went over the expectations, what we were going to do when we got there. We had a variety of stuff that we had to do on the itinerary. Like, it wasn't just us meeting with businesses. We also got to go out in the countryside and do stuff like that. And some of the stuff that we were going to learn, and then what we needed to do when we got back. Going out of the country, it was definitely a big change. It was awesome to see the difference because in America, I feel like everyone does have the fast-paced lifestyle. I know I do. I mean, working 3 jobs or going, and that's what I see everywhere. But when we went abroad, there were people that were taking a break, they were breathing, they weren't rushing back and forth, and that was awesome to see. And it made me really think about what I want to do as my career and what options there are out there. It gave me more of like an experience of different cultures and their norms, and I got to meet a bunch of people. That was so much fun. I mean, you get to do all of these different activities with your faculty, and you get to just experience as much as you can in the time that you go, and it was awesome. My biggest worry was probably, I thought I was going to be homesick, and I thought that I was going to like burn out really fast with the list of stuff that we had, but it was actually the complete opposite. I did not want to come home. I did not have burnout. I mean, I was tired because we were going, but I was enjoying every second of it. The extra excursion experiences definitely were my favorite. The giant causeway, that was my favorite. I love nature. I love getting outside and just getting to see the beautiful views. We got to take a bus out. We got a little bit car sick, some of us, because it was so windy, but it was awesome getting to actually go out and see the countryside. It was just absolutely beautiful. I mean, it was amazing. We went to Newgrange, and that was breathtaking. So Newgrange was a religious and kind of historical site. It's these mounds that are burials. One group came and they made it, and then another group came, so it was a lot of historical overlap, and it was really neat to see the differences and the change. Like, they have the museum on the inside that you'll go to, and you actually get to see like pictures of before and then after and everything. I enjoyed that part so much because we actually got to go out and see the land and see the people. Whereas when we were going to like businesses, we were in the city, we were in rooms, we were having like our sit-down meetings, but then we got to go out and do stuff. I really enjoyed the people. We went to St. George's Market, and we got to meet like a bunch of the locals that were selling artwork and everything like that, and it was just an awesome time. To be honest, the only differences were I felt like there was more of their self in the business. Like they really do care. Whereas the places that I've worked for here, it just feels like they're working for money, money, money. But over there, we went to the linen factory and she was so invested in it, like her sons were gonna take it over and they just had a plan for everything, and they talked about how much of a change they've made and how much they've grown. And then when we went to other places, there was the guys that owned another business, they had their daughters' names on like some of the stuff. Like it was just really sweet. I think I learned a lot of business tactics because when we're in the meetings with the businesses, we got to go over why they do it this way versus another way. And then I think I learned more about the lifestyle of other countries versus America, and I think that was very important to learn because it doesn't have to be the fast lifestyle that I grew up thinking I was going to have to be a part of. I think that it was a good experience and I enjoyed doing it because I got to learn about how businesses work internationally, and since I am doing my MBA, I've always kind of wanted to do something more international and be able to work with other countries, and so this was a great experience for me. Do study abroad. I mean, it's worth it. I had a great time. I've never had so much fun. I did not want to come home. I met so many amazing people. I loved it. I've told everybody that's talked to me about it that too.